I picked it because there was a strip bar named the Players Club on 50th Street, or on Avenue Q actually, in Lubbock. I was like, this got to be a cool place to live. And so I think that's why he picked it too. His name was Paul DePaul, and he called himself the Brew Daddy, and he always talked to himself in the third person. He was like, the Brew Daddy thinks we should do this. The Brew Daddy. And I used to sometimes, when we had parties at his house, I just sleep on the couch, even though I lived right across the parking lot. He just was really comfortable on his couch. I'd wake up on a Monday morning, and he had to go to work about an hour earlier than I did, and I could hear him in there dressing, go, what will the Brew Daddy wear today? The Brew Daddy is good. Mom, you remember Brewster? So he goes, Hoss. I don't know why he goes, Hoss. He always called me Hoss. He said, take me to Mexico. And our other buddy, his name was Terry, but we called him Terry Jeff because he liked Jerry Jeff. And Terry Jeff goes, man, you don't want to go to Mexico with him, man. Don't go to Mexico with him. And one time we were camping on Lake Amistad, which is right across, sitting right there with Del Rio and Acuna. And that night, Brew Daddy goes, Hoss, the Brew Daddy would really like you to take him to Mexico. Terry just said, no. But we went. And Terry Jeff stayed back at the tent. We're, camped out, and we had 3 tents, and he stayed in his tent. And he goes, be back before daylight. Okay, so we went over there, and I took him to this little place called Boys Town, and it's a little bit outside of Acuna. And I had a Jeep, and he had to lock it into 4-wheel drive to get up this hill. His way is up in this mountain that overlooked the town. And
I have a story.
Heather's been there with me. We played Acuna 3 times while she was my fiddle player, and we played what was the name of that club? The Corona Club.
Go ahead.
And the Corona Club was a cool place. And then, I always thought that after every show you went to, Boys Town. And so I took Brew Daddy up there, and he was like, the Brew Daddy's a little bit nervous about this Hoss. He doesn't really like what's going on here. He's locked in 4-wheel drive, and we pull up, and there's this guy with two 6-shooters stuffed in. He didn't even have a holster. They're stuffed into his jeans. And he goes, $2. So I gave him $2. We pulled up, and he goes, the Brew Daddy's not really happy about this Hoss. And we pulled up and it's a horseshoe-shaped deal of bordellos and clubs and everything. And I pulled over to the Hunters Club, and we're on the ride. And Brew Daddy was about to pee in his pants when this guy goes up and goes, Senor Marcos! He goes, you know somebody here? Oh, yeah. I used to come here when I was going to school. Spring break and stuff. So we proceeded to drink that night, and about 5 o'clock in the morning, I was fumbling for my keys so we could go home, and lo and behold, I couldn't find them. And I said, Brew Daddy, you got keys? He goes, Brew Daddy has no keys. And so I said, well, the Brew Daddy's gonna be sleeping out here in the Jeep. And all I had was a little bikini top on it, and it was in March, and it was kind of chilly. And we kind of bedded down there in the Jeep, and about half an hour later, there's a tap on my shoulder from an acquaintance of mine named Miss Alma that I'd known in college. And she tutored me in Spanish. She said, Marcos, do you need a place to stay? I said, yes, ma'am. So we went and we stayed at Miss Alma's little place behind the bar. And the next morning, Brew Daddy got up and he goes, the Brew Daddy needs to go home. I said, all right, well, I'll stay here and I'll get a locksmith and just go on and call a taxi. He goes, the Brew Daddy has no more money. So Miss Alma gave him $50. He said, the Brew Daddy's first paycheck from a prostitute. So he cruised back over, and Terry Jeff was already in Acuna at the jail cell trying to find us. They reunited, and a few days later I showed up, and I wrote this song about that. It's called 3 Fingers Tequila. I had one smooth shot of 3 Fingers Tequila, just sobbing up the 2 hours later, we was mixing margaritas, throwing caution to the wind. Singing, oh no, here we go again. Someone stole my keys one night in Mexico. I strangled the little boy's town with nowhere left to go. I stumbled in this bar, I sat down in the back, and out of the blue she beat like an angel dressed in black. I ain't one smooth shot of 3 Fingers Tequila, just sounding of the end. 2 hours later we was least that's what she knew. She knew of a place that did not water down their booze. So we slipped out the back door. She led the way down the alley to an 8x12 apartment where she stayed. I hit one smooth shot of Three Fingers tequila, just sobbing up the edge. 2 hours later, we was mixing margarita, throwing caution to the wind. Saying, oh no, here you go again, Mr. Deal. Yeah. When the sun comes up in Mexico, there's not an exact. I could have gone to locksmith, been on my way. She said, more with just one smile, so I stayed another day. I hit one